Information and Companies Act. I think we have the right man. If you have certain things to be framed in policy, we can collate it on your behalf. Even chapters is such approachable. Otherwise, personality like him, it's very difficult for chapters to call him. His personality definitely is reflected by the fact that he is here the moment he got the time. Thank you so much, sir, on that count. He is a member of the Board of Governors of Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, a think tank of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, independent director of ICSI IIP. He was a member of Task Force on Financial Architecture of MSME, Ministry of Finance. He was government nominee on the Central Council of Indian Institute of Company Secretaries of India, independent director on the board of North Eastern Electric Power Company and Bank of Baroda. He is an economic thinker and writes extensively for newspapers, financial journals, and delivers lectures in seminars and conferences. Now, that couplet from Rigved starts very clearly. He बालस्तावा क्रीडा सकता, तरुणी स्तावा तरुणी सकता, वृद्धा स्तावा चिंता मग्न, पर में धर्मनी गोपी न सकता। आप बालक होते हैं तो बालक की तरह सोचते हैं, तरुण होते हैं तो तरुण की तरह सोचते हैं, आप उसके आगे नहीं बढ़ पाते। वृद्ध होते हैं तो सोचते हैं मैं मर जाऊंगा तो दुनिया क्या होगा, चिंता करते रहते हैं। जो इस चक्र को तोड़ता है वो कुछ विशिष्ट बन जाता है। When I say this, the next paragraph is important. At young age of 13 in 1975, Mr. Agarwal took part in Satyagraha during emergency and was in jail for 3 months. So at 13, generally people are these days watching Pokemon or other things. If you have this mindset of being balak और उस रिंग को आप तोड़ के आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, तो आप कहीं ना कहीं जीवन में विशिष्ट हो जाएंगे. Not taking much time, I request him to please come and guide us on various issues, sir.
Thank you, Sushil ji. धन्यवाद सुशील जी. प्रीति जी के साथ कई कार्यक्रम मैंने किए, यहाँ चैप्टर पे भी कई प्रोग्राम्स कई बार हमारे साथ होते रहे, चाहे और भी सब लोगों के साथ यहाँ के लोग मुझे मौका मिलता है, क्योंकि मैं नोएडा ही रहता हूँ, मेरा ऑफिस भी 65 में है. तो इट इज़ ऑलवेज प्लेजर to be associated in the programs with professionals and with young mind. It is always my pleasure. I would thank the chapter, Noida chapter, for giving me this opportunity. हमारे साथ मनप्रीत जी भी हैं और भी यहाँ पे जो सब लोग आए हैं. मैं थोड़ा briefly, because आपका पूरे दिन प्रोग्राम चल रहा होगा, काफ़ी लंबा भी होगा और still it will continue. I will give you some of the briefs which I think are important on the economic front, because from the party side I look after the economic affairs, or now very recently we will come out with the budget. The preparation for making budget is going on, so any feedback or any suggestions that can come from professionals for growing our economy, for building a strong economic network for the country is very important, and surely we will take them to the ministry and from the party side, and that is also, these part of outreach are also part of that exercise also. So if any suggestions come out from this meeting also, please do pass me. I will surely incorporate into our suggestions from the party side to the ministries. What I would like to say is, I work for BJP for long period, and I tell you that our basic philosophy of Bharatiya Janata Party under the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji is that we are right to center, and we believe that industry, profession, business communities, they are important part of the whole national building, national interest. And we are not shy of that, and that you will see in all our economic policies. Second important point that I would like to emphasize is that we also consider in 2014, when we came to power, we at that point of time there was an analysis that the problem and challenges were that the manufacturing sector in India has not seen the growth which it should have seen. At the time of independence, more than 90% of our population was involved in the agriculture sector. But slowly as the economy grew and we made progress, there was a shift from the agriculture sector of the population to other sectors. And at present, in 2014, it was around 57% of our population was involved in the agriculture sector. So there was a fall of people employed, engaged into the agriculture sector, but that fall in the engagement should have been absorbed in the manufacturing sector. The contribution of agriculture sector, which was 50% at the time of independence, fell down to almost 13 to 14% to the GDP. But the contribution of the manufacturing sector did not grow as it was expected or as it was required by the economy. So our basic focus and identification was, and the Prime Minister said in his initial remarks, was that we have to increase the contribution of the manufacturing sector to the GDP. And he said that we want to set up a target of doubling the contribution of the manufacturing sector. That was one target. That will create employment opportunity, that will create catalyze economic growth, that will create the whole economy of the country. Second important point that we identified was, which is the topic today, I think is the MSME sector, was that globally if you analyze that MSME sector's contribution to the global economy is very high. If you look into the US economy or other economy, their MSME sector's contribution to the manufacturing sector is also very high. At present in India, that was low. So the initial focus was to increase the manufacturing sector's contribution to the economy and in that support the MSME sector. That was one area, and for that the government was working towards 4 or 5 important policy initiatives. That initiatives are very important that the government thought were for growth of the MSME sector and the manufacturing sector, and those policies were, one was important, was the industrial policy. Our government has set out on bringing out a new industrial policy. We are working on a new industrial policy, and we should understand that the current industrial policy that we have was established in 1948. In 1991, there was an amendment to the industrial policy, but after that, there is no new policy or new amendment. So we are working on a new industrial policy so that we can support and give more benefit handholding to the manufacturing sector. That was one area that we were working. Second important was the logistic cost. Basically, if you, for the manufacturing and industrial sector to grow, the important challenge or the restriction was about the logistic cost. Transportation of raw material or finished good was an important challenge to all. Compare the cost of transportation in India in comparison to global benchmark. The cost here, the contribution of the logistics sector at that point of time was very high. It was about 20 to 25%. Contribution of the logistic cost to the GDP in India is high in comparison to contribution of the logistic cost globally to their own GDP. So our government set up a target and is working on that, is reducing the contribution of the logistic cost to the GDP, so that cost to the manufacturing for transportation of the raw material as well as the finished good should come down. And the second important, and for that the government went on to build large infrastructure development for road connectivity, airways connectivity, railway connectivity, multimodal transportation hub. Yesterday only Prime Minister said the cabinet has allocated 50,000 crores for setting up multimodal transportation hub, like one we are having in Dadri, where you can integrate roadways, railways, here waterways is not there, and airways, so that the logistic cost is reduced. The biggest target of our government was to reduce the logistic cost for transportation of raw material and finished good, and therefore we have come out with a new logistic policy. In addition to that, logistic policy was massive investment into the building of infrastructure, the road construction, airways, airports. These were important areas where important focus was there. The third important aspect I would like to bring to your notice was that the government also went for supporting, whether it was the corporate tax or reducing the direct taxes or reducing indirect taxes through the GST. These were important steps that the government is working on and moving ahead. The important aspect was about the setting up a good and efficient startup ecosystem, hand-holding for new industries, for setting up new industries, etc. And government has worked massively on setting up a good startup ecosystem. And the result of that is that we at present have 32 unicorns in present. Or if you look into our history before some 3-4 years back, the total unicorns which were established in India is around 8 or 9. But during this period, 3-4 years of this period, we have been able to get around 32 new unicorns. And therefore, the area, in the last budget, we had worked massively in setting up an integration of research, academic, universities, and industrial integration. And that is one area which will help bringing up new startup ecosystem, because India has a very large population. India has many, those all big population, large population requires a lot of services for it. And ultimately, the startup ecosystems come from providing solution for those services, giving services to this 1 lakh for 135 crore population. So, setting up Atal Innovation Mission, Atal Tinkering Labs, Atal at the school level also, these have been set up, so that there are big initiatives on the research area, and those research finds an industrial adaptation also. So there was also a big focus of the current government, and I would like to also mention that Prime Minister himself took an important meeting in the Vigyan Bhavan, where he had called all the PSU directors. I was on the board of 2-3 directors. Now I have again been nominated on the board of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. I finished my term on Bank of Baroda as an independent director. Now I am on the board of, this month only, I have come on the board of BPCL, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. The Prime Minister had a big meeting with all the independent directors and various board members, and he said that every PSU has to support this startup ecosystem. And what they have to do is to put on their website various problems, whether of processes or products, that those PSUs are facing, which can act as a challenge for innovators and other researchers who can find out the solutions to those problems, whether through process innovation or product innovation. The PSUs will have to support those startup ecosystem for doing research, etc. And they will finance that project. Then even when the project is ready, at the initial period, they will buy those process and those products and further support them. And every PSU has to set up a product, this fund, an operator fund for supporting this startup ecosystem. And even at the university level also, these initiatives were developed. And even when I was on the board of Bank of Baroda, we had set up a innovation center at IIT Mumbai, spending giving them a fund of 30 crores for setting up an incubation center for developing this. So what I want to tell you is there is immense possibility on the manufacturing sector. Government focus of Prime Minister's focus is on the manufacturing sector, and which can propel the growth for the country. And as a party, as an ideology, BJP is not shy of supporting any industries or business community. We believe in market economy, which you see that we took an initiative on the agriculture sector reforms also, though because of political compulsions and certain vested interests that had to be taken, those three laws had to be taken back. But ultimately, the Prime Minister said that these three laws, which would create a market economy for the agriculture sector, bring private investment into agro processing, etc., are important. So, as an ideological leaning, our party believes in market economy, which is the most efficient and transparent mechanism of resource allocation. We want to support manufacturing sector through building massive infrastructure. It has multiple angles to it. Not only logistic cost will be reduced, but in addition, the importance is that this will create demand into the economy also. Demand of steel, cement, construction equipment, all these are showing up. And when in the pandemic, when COVID pandemic hit the country, after that also the Atmanirbhar Bharat package has given several initiatives and support. I will not go into the detail because it is very much, it will very much available to the on the public domain. But government focus was to provide lasting support to the manufacturing sector through various packages. What I would also like to add on is that is the the ecosystem which we built on the IBC. And this current today's topic of operation and mismanagement also refers to the initiative of the NCLT. The biggest reform India has seen on the economic front after 1991 is IBC. And I was on the board of I was on the task force of MSME committee, whose chairman was Mr. Kamath was there. And that time, important initiative for MSME was it was discussed that we need to give, as we want industry an easy entry, we need to give an easy exit also for containment of risk and getting into a situation where which is beyond the control or beyond the control of the promoters or industries, etc. So IBC is a very important reform. It is a continuous process where further developments are taking place. NCLT infrastructure has to be revamped. We know that that is work in progress, and IBC law will also be continuously upgraded. Whatever changes are required, the government is ready to do it. At point of time when this house buyers were there, we are living in Noida. These house buyers had several problems. More than 3 lakh houses are there, which had a problem, and they came to me and talked to me about this. That we are not getting properly, our problems are not getting resolved. I talked to them to the that at that point of time, Mr. Puri was the Minister for Urban Development, and Nirmala ji, they met, and we suggested from their suggestions on the discussion from the professionals. This point came out that we should include the in the committee of traders home buyers also, and immediately the government took that amendment and was brought into this IBC. So any more amendment or any requirement on the issues of IBC is also On the card, government is continuously upgrading on the policies. As I said, that logistic policy is being upgraded, new industrial policy is work in progress, e-commerce policy is being implemented, retail trade policy. We don't have a retail trade policy. We have formulated a retail trade policy. So many policy initiatives are being taken, and this is not the end. The government is also working on bringing in new technological changes. Or 2 days back, Meta came out, and where I was hearing Mark Zuckerberg, the head of the Facebook and other company, he said that future of growth and development lies on the technological front in India. So professionals have a lot of scope. The government is working on many new initiatives in addition to these policies, which are in the artificial intelligence, data protection, blockchain technology. A big group is working on to bring in distributed ledger technology. Fintech will bring complete new revolution on the fintech side. So many new areas are opening up. Then cryptocurrency, we have been working on the new crypto bill also is on the card. We are not in the, government has not thought of any time banning cryptos, but it is looking into this technology as a challenge. Indian professionals, Indian brains, Indian researchers, Indian business community have the potential to globally lead economic growth for the world, catalyze economic growth for the world. Even on the manufacturing, PLI has been a very successful. Our economic recovery is on a fast track. So, what I wanted to bring to your notice is that the Indian economy is poised for a big leap in near future, and this is being acknowledged not by us alone, but global players. I have been going to different countries and different places on the professional platforms and industrial platforms also. Everybody is very excited that Indian economy is poised for a big leap and big growth. And in addition to that, we have an additional advantage in this Uttar Pradesh. अकेला उत्तर प्रदेश है जिसमें 24 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन, पूरे यूरोप से ज्यादा बड़ा लैंड मास हमारे यहाँ पे है, उनसे ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन हमारे यहाँ पे। तो जो $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी का प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का सपना है, उसमें योगी जी का सपना है $1 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी का 20%। एट प्रेजेंट यूपी इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग अराउंड 8 to 9% इनटू द सेंट्रल जीडीपी। उसको बढ़ा के योगी जी कहते हैं कि हम 20% उस कंट्रीब्यूशन को ले जाएंगे। उसके लिए जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उत्तर प्रदेश में बढ़ रहा है, बन रहा है, ये तो देख रहे हैं, जेवर का देख रहे हैं। आज गंगा एक्सप्रेसवे को भी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उसको लॉन्च किया है। रिलीजियस इकोनॉमी पे हम खूब काम कर रहे हैं, उसकी तरह जो प्रोपेल करते हैं। एक रिपोर्ट में देख रहा था CII की कि रिलीजियस इकोनॉमी, टेम्पल इकोनॉमी इन इटसेल्फ इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग अबाउट $0.5 ट्रिलियन टू द इकोनॉमी। तो इतना ज्यादा इकोनॉमी का, टूरिज्म का, रिलीजियस टूरिज्म, टेम्पल इकोनॉमी, इकोसिस्टम ऑन बिल्डिंग अराउंड द रिलीजियस प्लेसेस, ये सारे सेक्टर्स में बहुत तरीके से सरकार काम कर रही है। मुझे लगता है कि इंस्टीट्यूशंस का बहुत बड़ा रोल है। मैं तो हरदम कहता हूँ कि इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज आर द गार्जियंस ऑफ द कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस। अगर बोर्ड के, मेरे जो एग्जाम्पल है PSUs वगैरह में काम करने के, वो बहुत स्पष्ट है कि अगर बोर्ड में इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स अच्छी तरह से काम कर सकते हैं तो वो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी के सपोर्ट से, सिस्टम से ही कर सकते हैं। आई ऑलवेज डिपेंड ऑन द कंपनी सेक्रेटरी हु इज इन चार्ज ऑफ बोर्ड मीटिंग एक्सेट्रा, कि आप मिनट्स ठीक रख रहे हैं, आप एजेंडा पेपर्स को प्रॉपरली ला रहे हैं, उसके बाद उसके जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशंस के लिए इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स को गाइड करें। क्योंकि धीरे धीरे इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स का इंस्टीट्यूशन में मैं देखता हूँ कि कई सोशल लेवल के भी लोग आते हैं, नॉन प्रोफेशनल लोग भी बहुत आते हैं, कोई डॉक्टर्स आ गए, कोई इंजीनियर्स आ गए, या दूसरे फील्ड के लोग भी आते हैं। उन लोगों को कंपनी के वर्किंग के लिए, उसके इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा एकदम एक्सपोजर नहीं होता, ना फाइनेंशियल बैकग्राउंड के नहीं होते, उन लोगों को जो कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज होते हैं वो लोग हैंड होल्डिंग भी करते हैं, और वह लोगों के ऊपर ही इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स ज़्यादा डिपेंड करते हैं। तो दे शुड एज ए कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज शुड टेक दिस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, लेते भी हैं कि कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस का जो बहुत बड़ा इनिशिएटिव, चाहे सेबी का है, नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज का है या गवर्नमेंट का है, उस चीज को ग्रोथ, उस चीज को आगे ले जाने का काम अगर कर सकते हैं तो वो का जो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी बहुत अच्छी तरह से कर सकते हैं। और वह जिम्मेदारी कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के लिए, कॉर्पोरेट सिटीजन जैसे इंडिविजुअल सिटीजन्स के लिए हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, कंपनी लॉ को प्रॉपरली इंप्लीमेंट करके कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के लिए, कॉर्पोरेट सिटीजन्स को बनाने के लिए कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज का बहुत बड़ा रोल है। वह इस चीज को जरूर हमें ध्यान में रखना चाहिए, और मैं आई ऑलवेज एक्नॉलेज देयर कंट्रीब्यूशन टू दिस कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रक्चर। ग्रोथ प्रोफाइल बहुत अच्छा है, आने वाले समय में इंडिया की ग्रोथ बहुत अच्छी तरह से आगे बढ़ेगी। और हम जैसे भारत का कहा, मैंने उत्तर प्रदेश का कहा, उसके साथ हमारा एक एडेड सौभाग्य है कि नोएडा यूपी के लिए जो अगर ग्रोथ प्रोफाइल करेगा तो वह नोएडा करेगा। अभी मैं योगी जी अभी आए थे, जब प्रधानमंत्री जी यहाँ पे आए थे जेवर एयरपोर्ट के साथ, तो उनके साथ भी मेरी बात हुई थी। तो हम कैबिनेट ने आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर के लिए पास कर दिया था। योगी जी को मैंने पहले भी कहा था, तो उन्होंने उस दिन कहा कि हमने नोएडा को इंटरनेशनल आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर के लिए एक्सेप्ट कर दिया। और अगर देखा ये इनिशिएटिव इतने इंपॉर्टेंट है प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए कि हमारे सिंगापुर और हांगकांग में मेजॉरिटी जो उनकी जीडीपी में कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर्स के कारण है, इंटरनेशनल सेंटर। अगर हमारे लिए यहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल आर्बिट्रेशन सेंटर बनता है, या गिफ्ट जैसी सिटी का इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल सेंटर बनता है, जिसको भी ये सोच रहे हैं, अभी फाइनल नहीं करा उसका स्ट्रक्चर वगैरह देखने के लिए, एक बार इनिशिएटिव लिया था लेकिन करते हैं, जिसके लिए हम पुश कर रहे हैं कि नोएडा को इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल सेंटर बनाना चाहिए। तो हांगकांग, सिंगापुर, कई जगह पे फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन भारत की वहां चले जाते हैं। मैं तो नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में भी काफी काम किया, एसोसिएशन वगैरह के साथ, सेबी के साथ भी, कितनी ट्रांजैक्शन है जो बाहर चली जाती है, कितने अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं। तो वह सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज को रिकॉग्नाइज करके प्रोफेशनल्स लोग आगे आएंगे, सरकार को उन इनिशिएटिव्स के लिए हैंड होल्डिंग करेंगे, अपने सजेशंस देंगे। तो हम लोग अवश्य इस बात को, आपकी बात को, आपके एस्पिरेशंस को, आपके सजेशंस को सरकार तक ले जाएंगे, और इसको भी इंश्योर करेंगे कि वह उन चीजों को प्रॉपरली इंप्लीमेंट करे, क्योंकि इस वक्त सरकार जो है वह सुनने के लिए तैयार है। इसको आइडियाज हम देते हैं या देंगे सब लोग मिलके, तो उनको इंप्लीमेंट करेगी। और मैं इस बात के लिए बहुत आभारी हूँ, धन्यवाद देता हूँ प्रीति जी को और सुशील जी को कि मुझे